Its job is to examine systems of school finance and determine the appropriate roles to achieve equity and of the federal government in achieving that equity. So we're both pulling all of the levers we have now, data and transparency, proposals and preconditions on federal funds, but also we know we don't know a whole lot about this thing called funding formulas and how money is spent in schools and systems of school finance. So the Equity Commission is really about educating us and providing recommendations that will be implemented over the next several years.
David, let me just say one quick comment too, because I chair Arnie's Secretary of Education's task force, and this is a great thing about this administration. If there's a problem, they listen, and then within the next cycle, they try to fix it. So this whole notion of formula funding versus competitive, they created environments where you have competitive funding if you're getting results. You guys remember Race to the Top for a state, right, California? Well, part of our task force as mayors is we kept telling the secretary, we want an opportunity for districts to compete with funds. So now we have Race to the Top for districts that has just come out. So districts will...
Now we have a proposal at the Congress to pay for Race to the Tops for districts.
We have... So we can't quite seal the deal yet, but your box are out right now. So I mean, just think about that as a school district. If you're doing reform-minded, innovative things, you can compete for additional dollars, assuming that Congress passes. That's a big deal. And that means it doesn't get caught up at the state level. Okay, yes, Gina. I'll go right after Gina, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Gina Warren, and actually, I'd like to say I'm actually from Del Paso Heights, and I'm Dr. Warren. And I want to say that for the children, because I grew up in the inner city as long as my husband, and it was because of the people in the community. There was Dorothy Earl, there was Miss Evans, there was Miss Campbell, people who came and cared enough about us to let us know that we were capable of anything. And I can't stress it enough for the adults to get out of the way for the children's sake. And I say that because I'm not here as a politician, I'm not on the school board, I'm not a teacher, I'm a clinical pharmacist, but I'm somebody who cares about the community and about the children. My children are doing well, but I want all the children to do well. And I hope that we all want all the children to do well. And I would hope that we take a lot of time to involve the community, find some way that we can really get the grassroots, because that was what helped me. I had janitors that kicked me when I was falling asleep at work and told me to keep my head up and keep fighting, and that's what gave me the strength and encouragement along the way. And so again, it's for the children.
Thanks, you.
So a little bit on the parent engagement. What you'll also see in our proposal for reauthorization, the Secretary has called for a doubling of the parent set-aside. That is $270 million devoted to meaningful parental engagement. In addition, there's another fund, again, these are proposals, all contingent upon the Congress passing them, but another that calls for $145 million in a competitive grant fund to highlight and promote those best practices that do parental engagement right. We are also on the discipline piece. The Office for Civil Rights received nearly 7,000 complaints last year. That is more than ever before in the office's history. Over the last couple of years, we've had 300 some odd complaints around this discipline issue. So first, we have 12 regional offices, one right here in San Francisco. If you believe that you or students that you know are having their civil rights violated, that office, that team, we are here to help you. How you file complaints are on our website. I can also ensure that folks at Stand Up have forms, etc. In addition, we're also collecting data on this issue, the likes of which we've never had before. I alluded a little bit to it earlier. But we're collecting for the first time, and you'll see it this August, data on referrals to law enforcement, so we can truly understand how many students. We don't have that. We know a lot of anecdotes across the country. We don't have data to see who is getting referred to law enforcement for infractions in school and who is not. We're also asking for the first time data about zero tolerance policies to know who is getting suspended under those policies and how that practice plays out in accordance with the civil rights laws.
Yes, ma'am.